Hi, welcome back, and today we're going to make an omelet pizza. And this is a perfect Gabriel Method recipe because what we're going to do is we're going to take an omelet base as the pizza base instead of bread and dough, which would activate your fat programs, elevate your insulin levels, cause digestion problems, and be highly toxic. Instead, what we're going to get is a solid source of protein as the pizza base, and it's still going to taste amazing. So what we're going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 4 eggs, and I'm going to beat them, and that's going to be our pizza base. So what I'm using organic free-range eggs. They're the highest quality eggs. If you have your own chickens or chooks, you might want to feed them either chia seeds or linseeds, because then the oil or the fat is actually going to have some omega-3s in it. So I'm just going to whisk this up. Once it's good and whisked up, then it's ready to go. So what you want to do is, I'm going to use ghee as an oil. You want to put your pan on a low to medium heat. You don't want it to be a high heat. You don't want it to be one of those sizzling type of omelets. You want it on a low heat so it creates a nice thin base. You'll see what I mean in a second. I'm going to use ghee as my cooking oil. Now ghee is really good because it doesn't get corrupted in high temperatures. Ghee is clarified butter and has some very healing properties. And the most important thing with cooking oil is not so much whether it's an essential fat like an omega-3, because you can't really cook with omega-3s because the oil gets corrupted in high temperatures. So the most important thing is you have an oil that's not refined, because once you refine it, it becomes toxic. You want a non-refined oil that does not get corrupted at high temperatures. Ghee is an ideal one. And then we'll just pour it in. So what I'm going to do, I'm just kind of twirling the pan around so that all the excess liquid goes to the sides. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift it up and stick my spatula in so I can get it nice and far, nice and deep. And I'm going to just do a nice turn. There we go. So move it back around. Give it another minute on low heat, and then it's good to go. So then I'm just going to take it out of the pan, I'm going to put it on my chopping board, and I'm going to prepare my pizza. Now, the first thing that I've discovered, I think, that makes a pizza taste really, really great is pizza sauce. Now, I'm not great at making pizza sauce, and I don't have a lot of time to do it, so I actually buy store-bought pizza sauce. And this is the one time where I sort of recommend using a store-bought product like this. Even though it's not organic, it doesn't have any artificial flavors, artificial colors, or preservatives, or anything like that. It does have a little bit of sugar in it, but it really, really does taste like real pizza sauce, and you're only using a small amount. So I'm just gonna take a small amount, right, a teaspoonful to put on there, and I'll mix it around. And that's gonna make the pizza really taste like a pizza. Maybe I'll put a little bit more. So 1 to 2 teaspoons full. You can even smell, you can't smell it, but I can smell the oregano and the spices, and it just, all of a sudden it's starting to smell like a pizza. And then, after you do that, then you just make it your own. However you're going to make a pizza, you've created a perfect, healthy protein base. So for me, I'm just going to put some vegetables in. Now normally if you're putting chicken and meats in there, keep in mind that the base already's got a lot of protein in it. So it may actually be too filling to do that. So I'm just going to put vegetables for now. So I'm going to put, I'll just put a couple of tomatoes. And a couple of onions. But you can really put anything you want. I'm going to put some mushrooms in and some peppers. I might put a little bit of spinach leaves, why not? Put some avocado, really anything you want. You just make it your own. And by the way, this part kids love. Once you make the base, kids love to make their own pizzas. And if they make their own pizzas, they're going to eat it. So you get all the vegetables lined up, you get the sauce, and you say, okay, everybody make your own pizza. And that's what we do. And they end up eating it, much more than if you made it yourself. So then I'll just put some cheese on top, same way you would if you were making your own pizza. Just sprinkle some. I'm using a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar cheese, but whatever cheese works for you, preferably organic, if possible. And then I'm going to put a couple of oregano leaves on, or as we say out here, oregano. So you just put it under the grill for a few minutes until the cheese is melted, and then you're good to go, and it looks like this. And that's it. So I'm just going to cut a slice. I'll cut it into fours. So I'm just going to put it on a plate with a salad and maybe some chia seeds, and you're good to go. You got a delicious meal. It's got protein, live food, omega-3s. Kids love it. You'll love it. And I'll see you next time.